Thank you very much for tuning in. This is the video for the upcoming Gemini full moon. It is blossoming tonight as I record this on December 4th, 2025 at 6:14 p.m. in Eastern time zone. And I call this full moon as the full moon of like the matrix. This is the decision making point, and we are standing on the crossroad, and we are being asked to decide whether we take the red pill or the blue pill. It's that kind of energy that I am feeling under this full moon. But that's a metaphor, right? The red pill, blue pill in the matrix is like a metaphorical expression to decide which reality that we are going to choose to live in a way. The physical reality is here. Spiritual reality also is here. We are never separated. We can never be apart from one another. We are under this energy where concept of reality is shifting, and I feel like this full moon is really important point of choice, which can appear as like the universe testing us, but we are being guided to prioritize one over the other, and the one that we should pick is the path of the North Node, which is of the dragon head, which is of the archetype of Pisces. So let's go in deeper into it. This full moon is happening at 13 degrees of Gemini, and the sun and moon opposing from one another creates a mutable cross with the North Node in Pisces and South Node in Virgo. This is a really pivotal turning point. I call it as the threshold of transmutation, because the mutable cross is activated, right? The moon in Gemini, the sun in Sag, Pisces, Virgo, those are mutable signs. Mutable signs are all about change, mutation, endings, conclusion, so that we can move out of one season into the next, right? And Neptunian theme is very strong right now, because Neptune is stationing to go direct next week on the 10th of December. And this Neptune at the final moment of retrograde at 29 degrees of Pisces, its mission is to dissolve the veil that keeps us trapped in illusions. And this illusion is not something that we are under just now. This illusion is what we've been under for hundreds of years, thousands of years. Certain knowledge, certain truth got hidden by the structure of the power, government, religion, all of it, or certain wisdom got distorted, right? The story got distorted, so the magic power belongs to God and God only, but not within ordinary human beings. That's what we were told. But I feel like this Neptune is asking us, have we forgotten something? Now, I feel this is the moment that we are awakening to ascend our consciousness to conceptualizing, I don't know, the moon in Gemini. We are choosing to come to find a new sense of power, and with my words, mantra, with my intention, it's Gemini, I create. This full moon holds such power in words that we emit. It's the mantra. Mantra is thoughts. We're always thinking same old way, right? We are stuck in the familiar past and predictable future, right, that they say, and we are just stuck looping the same old patterns of mind, thoughts. It's an old program, it's an old conditions. The noise is a mantra. The news holds a certain mantra. Everything holds mantra, because mantra comes down to just a frequency. It's an energy, and we have to discern which mantra, which vibration feels like a medicinal mantra, empowering mantra that connects us to the truth of supreme love and wholeness and oneness of all, or another noise which feels like a spell that keeps us separated. There's always this sense of separation, but the separation is the source of all illusion. I feel like this North Node in Pisces with Saturn just recently went direct, with Neptune stationing, slowing down. This is the glitch in the matrix. The living matrix, it's dissolving, it's bending, the reality is bending, and we are being asked to follow the North Node. Pisces, the unseeable reality, it's the intangible, right? And what it is, the South Node is the Virgo is the seen reality, it's the conditional reality, physical conditions. And that North Node is the unconditional reality based on unconditional love, unconditional happiness, bliss, ease, peace, and all, right? So we are being guided to move toward that and stop considering or stop valuing this physical, tangible reality more than the intangible, because intangible is the real, and physical may be just the matrix, the simulation, the hologram that we are playing this game with, in a way. One thing about this changing of the reality, right, what we thought was real thing, is associated with this Neptune Saturn coming together at 0 degrees of Aries next year on February 20th of 2026. Their conjunction at 0 degrees of Aries we haven't experienced for thousands of years. That is the point of renewal. 0 degrees Aries is the new reality. The reality is shifting. What we considered as real, which is this physical, tangible reality, we are coming to understand, whoa, this is just a creation. This is just a reflection. This is just a simulation that pop up. What is really real is the unseeable field of reality, this eternal void, this invincible energy that is connecting me to you. Also, the energy of frequency is invisible, but through quantum entanglement, we can never be separate from each other. We are always vibrationally speaking, communicating, talking to each other. So we must now choose to change our frequency vibration, choose our words, choose our vision, choose our imagination, choose the sacred mantra to live by, to cast away the dark spell of suffering and resistance and war and all of that. That's how I choose to stand against the simulation. I am not denying what is present, but there are so many different ways to relate to those. And we rise in our own way to change our own reality within, to shift that simulation. And when that simulation changes collectively, what is presented as our reality shift. It must shift because we are entangled energetically. And so this full moon is asking us to trust God, trust universe, trust the higher patterns of reality over everything else. It's only the devotion to spirit within, devotion to the creator within, the devotion and trust. And this full moon is really inviting us to tap into the frequency of magic and miracles and divinity, higher frequency of truth, which is filled with mystery, right? And if we want to create that kind of magic, we cannot be bogged down by certain heaviness and weight of the physical, tangible reality. And we cannot leap into a new timeline carrying the old versions of self or carrying that burden of weight on us. So this is the choice making point to release certain outdated patterns and beliefs and opinions and ways to operate here on earth, and we choose to leap. And this Mercury right now is in Scorpio, still under the post retrograde shadow, and it is speaking with Jupiter, which just went retrograde recently, as well as Saturn, which just went direct. So they are still creating this grand water trine. There is density because all those three planets are still slow moving. And it is taking us into the depths of our psyche, though. Mercury, after moving through the crazy November Scorpio season, after moving through its own retrograde, now this Mercury is ready to reveal the truth. It's that moment of revelation, vision, new imagination, new imprints of feelings and emotions and words and vibration and all of that. So we start creating a new solid foundation within the unseen first. So it unfolds as our reality in upcoming months. Yes, but this is the full moon that is inviting us to shift our perception big time. And the middle degrees of Gemini, which is happening, this full moon is happening at 13 degrees. The second decan of Gemini is ruled by Nine of Sword. Nine of Sword is the card of nightmare in a way. This is the person, right, waking up from the night sleep, and maybe she feels devastated. The energy of desperation or devastation may be present. This reality can make us feel like that, hopeless and helpless in a way. But this card reminds us this life too is a dream. This life too can be a beautiful dream or nightmare depending on how we see it. And what we focus just expands. And even though we can move through that space of desperation, the blanket that this person is being covered over by in Rider's deck, it has astrological signs and symbols over this blanket, meaning the whole entire cosmos is on our side, watching over us. Crazy things are happening, whether we see it on the news or not. And we must be aware of it. I'm not ignoring that, but at the same time, I have to choose to discern what I take into my field, to do my work, to devote to do the work, devoted and committed to what feels like the genuine love of God, the Creator, the love, the supreme, the bliss, all of that. So we must choose to get stuck in this space of nightmare or wake up. Wake up. And I'm not gonna pull cards, but the when I did the week ahead reading, I received the star card. And I think I really do believe the star card holds a really important message right now. And star card is the card of wholeness and holiness. And she reminds us we are as abundant and as powerful as the whole entire universe. And this star card also invites us to the power that we hold even without needing to guard ourselves, needing to hide ourselves with clothes, because she is in our most vulnerable space where she is naked, where she doesn't have anything but the sacred pitcher of water, of the magic. She's just pouring her magic out into the field. And that's her true strength. She doesn't have to hide. She doesn't have to fight against anything. She is not pushing. She trusts the force of the universe, and she knows she does not have to guard herself with the armor. She doesn't need to defend herself against anything because she knows that God, the source, is on her side and have to scream. She doesn't have to fight against. She chooses to pour her love out of her, pour her beauty out of her, pour her joy out of her, pour her gratitude out of her for all the experiences and all of that magic around her. And that is her strength. That is also creating that energetic vibration that is impeccable, that is invincible, that nobody can harm and can enter into the field of her, because she is surrounded and protected by that eight-pointed star of the cosmic source. And we want to create her field within each of us. The star card filled with ease and peace and healing and serenity. And if we can create this energy field inside, we become invincible. That becomes our auric field and our energy field. So regardless of what pops up in our reality, we can choose to keep our peace, stay connected to the unseeable reality, the water, the psyche, the magic that we are. And we choose to keep emitting the current of serenity with as our prayer for peace in the world. And the more our energy field expands and extends through each of us, our matrix shifts. Because we are the matrix itself, we are the neo itself, we are the star itself, we are the source itself, we are the magic itself. May we choose our mantra. The power of the words intention is so important. We create our reality through our words, through our mantra, through what we believe in. So may we choose our words wisely and keep choosing, keep saying those words too, right? I am that magic. I am that invincible. I trust. I trust. I have faith in myself, because the universe always makes everything right. Everything is working for my highest good. Everything is working for our highest good. We may not understand how it's unfolding at this point, but it will make sense. And it is taking us into that better, brighter, greater future that we are co creating in the eternal now. And I trust that. I trust in the higher force more than this mind and whatever that information that's coming through TV, online, whatever. No, I trust the field of mystery and the field of the star. And I humbly keep burning my inner fire of devotion to commit to be the fire keeper of the star, of the sun, of the God, the source. And that is it. Thank you so much for listening. Peace.